We are on record. Good evening and welcome to the meeting of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills Board of Adjustment. It is Wednesday, February 11th, 2026, and it's 7:30 p.m. Announcement is made that adequate notice of this meeting has been given and that it's being conducted in accordance with NJSA 10:4-6 at sec of the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. Roll call. Mr. Kraus.
Here.
Mr. Jaskowitz.
Here.
Mr. Mazzarella.
Present.
Ms. Neglia.
Present.
Mr. Reddy.
Present.
Chairwoman Grignani.
Present.
We also have our board planner, Mr. Chadwick.
Present.
Our board engineer, Mr. Lomanowitz.
Here.
And our board attorney, Mr. Johnson.
Present.
Meeting is open to the public. If you have anything that you would like to speak of, other than what is on our agenda for this evening. I see none. Would you please stand and join us with the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You got it done.
Smell good. Ms. Jolie, our correspondence, please.
We have correspondence received from Mr. Trembidia requesting application 2546 be carried from February 11th to March 18, 2026 without further notice and with all necessary extensions. Is there a motion?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We also have correspondence from,
46 or 45?
2546.
we have correspondence regarding application 2545 that it be carried from this evening's agenda to April 8, 2026 without further notice and all required extensions. Is there a motion?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we have resolutions. Resolution 2539, Mohammed Hassan. This was a resolution for dismissal of the application. Those who can vote are Jaskowitz, Neglia, Reddy, and Grignani. Can I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Jaskowitz.
Yes.
Neglia.
Yes.
Reddy.
Yes.
Grignani.
Yes.
Okay, and we're going to do application 2553 and 2580 together. Those who can vote are Jaskowitz, Neglia, Reddy, and Grignani.
Motion. Second.
Jaskowitz?
Yes.
Mozzarella?
I'm
I'm sorry. Neglia?
Yes.
Reddy?
Yes.
Grignani.
Yes.
And our last one, application 2569, Danny Sanchez. Those who can vote are Mozzarella, Neglia, Reddy, and Grignani.
Move. Second.
Mozzarella?
Yes.
Neglia?
Yes.
Reddy?
Yes.
Grignani. And that is it.
Application 25. Application 25:64, Maria Ems and Elizabeth Carafoli, 170 Rainbow Trail, Block 109, Lot 25, Zone R3, a C variance to legalize front driveway pavers, paver patio, and paver walks, contrary to 430-275X and Section 430-35, Column 13. This application was carried from the November 5th, 2025 up to date.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You can put your hands down and sit down. Just make sure you use the microphones. We need to be close to you. And just starting over here, state your name, spell your last name.
Elizabeth Parsioli, Carfioli.
Marie Ems, EMMS.
And you both live at the location, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so My recollection is the last time you were here, you asked that the matter be carried because there was a letter that came from the township engineer, and you were advised to have some discussions with the township engineer. Have you had those discussions?
Yes, I did.
What's happened with respect to that?
So I followed up with a letter providing more detail on exactly what we had done and what we wanted to do. I spoke with Mr. Paul Niehoff last month to really kind of outline the plans that we'd had. We shared prior surveys that had also been conducted on the property, and Mr. Niehoff sent a letter on January 20th saying that stormwater management is not required due to when he'd reviewed the surveys, and that he was happy with what we were doing.
Yeah, I have a copy of that memo. It's dated January 20th, 2026. It appears as though he made a determination that all the improvements were done prior to March of 2021. Is that your understanding as well? That
Yeah,
all
so
those
yes.
improvements were done before then?
Yeah.
Okay. And that he indicated that no additional stormwater management is required.
That's our
Correct.
understanding, yes.
Yes. Is there anyone in the audience that has anything to say, the testimony from previous and from this evening on this application? Is there anyone in favor of it? Is there anyone in the audience that is opposed to this application? I see none. Would someone, one of our members,
So,
please?
did
Yes,
we?
question?
No, we heard the whole case. The
Yes.
last thing we were waiting on was the engineer's letter.
Correct.
The engineer's good, we're good.
Yes.
Okay.
Frame a resolution, please, one of my members.
I will. Did she hear me?
Yeah.
She did it.
Okay. In the matter of Marie Ems and Elizabeth Carafello,
Parsippany.
170 Rainbow Trail, Block 109, Lot 25, Zone R3. We should grant a C variance to legalize the front driveway pavers, the pavers, patio, and paver walkways contrary to 430-275.10, isn't it? 10X10? And section 430 to 35, columns 13.
Second, Jaskowitz.
DeCruz?
Yes.
Jaskowitz?
Yes.
Mazzarella?
Yes.
Neglia?
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Grignani?
Yes. Ladies, your application is approved. Good luck. You'll be getting a letter from the township, and at that time, you can apply for your permits.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Enjoy.
Application 25:10, Lee Diong, 50 James Street, Block 147, Lot 3, Zone R3, a C variance to construct a two-story addition, left side, two-story addition, right side, covered front porch, second story open deck with stairs, landing and stairs over patio, all under proposed second story deck, contrary to section 430-35, columns 4 and 10. This application was carried from the November the 5th, 2025 application.
It does not appear that Mr. DeWong is here. Have you heard from Mr. DeWong, Nora?
Nope.
Then I suggest that the board carries this until the end of the meeting and see if Mr. DeWong is here.
Yes,
I'll
makes
make a
sense.
motion to that effect. Do we-
I don't think you need a
We
motion.
don't need to?
Yeah, revisit the issue at the end of the meeting. See if the,
Okay.
Application 2570, Linda Curio, 25 Canton Road, Block 265, Lot 4, Zone R4. A C variance to legalize a plastic shed, a Bilko doors and concrete, paved driveways, paved walk and pavers, propane tanks, location only, and purposes a paver walk contrary to section 430-275X, sections 430-35, columns 8, 10, and 13, section 430-101.
can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You can sit down, just make sure you're close to the microphone.
Okay.
And can you state your name, spell your last
My
name?
name is Linda Picuro, Picciurro,
And where do you live?
21 Canton Road.
And you're the applicant, correct?
Yes,
I take it that you're here because there were some improvements made,
no, there was
Okay.
repairs.
made.
Right.
Okay, so why don't you tell the board what
Okay,
happened?
what originally happened is that, our driveway was very broken up and our sidewalk, it's at least 20 years old, and the walk is, since we bought owned the house, which is 34 years ago, and I have no idea how old the walk was before. It was all crumbling and cracked, and the perimeter of both driveways was cracked. My husband is disabled, and since we've been going through this, variance, he broke his wrist. He fell outside and broke his wrist. And so I had to have my property safe for my husband, so it had to be repaired. Okay, I didn't realize that we needed a permit just to cut out part of the perimeter of my driveway and put pavers. So when the engineer, representative did come, she told us we needed one. I went with our contractor, the fellow that was doing our pavers, to the town hall, and they told me that I didn't have a permit for the second driveway. Well, I don't understand that, because 20 years ago, in 2006, we put a second floor on our home. The driveway was put in at the same time, and my contractor went and got the permits. When I went to the town hall to get the permit that they said we need now, they went to their microfilm and told me that they only had a permit for the second floor, and we also added a porch, which we got in a variance for. The driveway was done at the same time. I don't know why he didn't get a permit for the driveway. Then when I went home, I realized that in 2018, we put an all-house generator in the house. We did get a permit. I have a copy of it from the town. They didn't have it on microfilm. So maybe there was a mistake in copying, from paper to the microfilm, which is possible. I worked in an office for over 30 years. I worked with microfilm. It is possible that the telephone rings, you walk away, you come back, oh, I did that. So maybe there was a permit for the driveway.
So-
Now, as far as getting back to this variance, the plastic shed, we have no garage. My property is smaller than most properties that surround us. I need the shed to put the bicycles, the 2 snow blowers, the lawnmower, and in the winter, I have to take the furniture off my deck because there's no trees in our backyard or our neighbor's backyard. The wind blows my chairs off my deck. So I needed the shed to put the stuff in. As far as the Philco doors, they're telling me that I have too much various coverage in my land. The stairwell was there. The stairwell didn't have a drain. I had to put a cap on it, which is like a trap door, so the water wouldn't go leak into my basement. Again, it's there for over 20 years. So I don't understand.
All right, so I have a couple of questions.
Yes, sir.
As of your knowledge, do any of your neighbors have any issues with water now?
Yes.
Okay.
The lady behind, we had French drains put in a few years in our
Okay.
house, many years ago, and everything. And my neighbors have them. I know that the woman across the street, she gets water in her basement when it rains heavy.
Across
She's
the
worried
street.
about all the snow melting and it's gonna happen again.
But what about the neighbor, do you have a neighbor on both sides and behind you?
Yes,
Do they get water?
they did.
What does that mean? It's
They
not,
fixed it,
they
so they
fixed-
don't.
so they're not getting any water from you?
No, absolutely, and I have pavers, and
Okay.
the driveway was not dug up. All we did is the perimeter of the driveway with the pavers, so it was safe for my husband.
Okay, well, there's like 5 issues here that we're looking to go through. I'd like to go through them one by one. So the driveway was existing,
Yes, and.
made up of what?
I'm sorry.
What was it made of originally?
It's paved in the middle.
It was
The whole-
blacktop?
The whole thing was blacktop.
Okay.
But it was, like I said, we was gonna fix the perimeter of it because it's broke.
So the middle is still blacktop?
The middle is still blacktop.
And you took out a rim around
A small
it,
amount of the rim around.
and you're putting in
paved.
pavers, which theoretically reduces the coverage a little bit.
Depending on what they're setting.
Right.
Right, as long
What
as
do
they're
they
not
set?
set in concrete.
No,
It's sand and...
sand, it's
okay.
sand. I watched them do it. They put sand
Okay.
into.
And that was no wider than the original driveway?
No, it's the same size.
And what about the shed?
The shed is, like I said, it was needed to put my stuff, because I don't have a garage. And over the years, we bought a snow plow, and also it didn't fit in the small shed that we already had.
So you had a shed,
We had a frame shed, and that's wood, you know.
Okay.
It's solid, you know.
It's
on
still
cinder
there?
block. It's still there.
so now you
But
added another
I needed
shed?
an additional one to put I have 2 snow blowers. I have I have patio furniture, the other one wasn't big enough.
And therefore, that shed creates more coverage issues.
Exactly, but it's plastic, and I'll get rid of it if I have to.
Okay,
Don't know what I'm gonna do with the stuff, but,
okay.
and again, I didn't realize you need a permit to put a plastic shed in your yard. You know, I put it together myself, though, so it wasn't, you know, hard to construct.
There's 2 propane tanks.
Okay, the propane tanks, we got a permit for the generator. The inspector came twice, once when the hole was dug and once when everything was finished. He saw the propane tank. Why didn't he tell me they're not in the right place or they're where they should be located? I don't know.
Why are they at that particular location?
Because
Why'd
we
you put
have,
them
we don't have gas to our house, so to run the generator, I need a propane.
But why did you put them where you put them, between the 2 sheds?
Okay, put them between the 2 sheds so they were 1 out of sight and 2, they weren't where the kids could get to them. I have grandchildren that come over a lot, so we fenced them in. I put gates in front of the front and the back of the shed so they can't get in there. We also had a dog who passed away. I didn't want the dog in there.
So you have pipes running from those propane tanks over to the generator?
It's not close to the house, but they're running from the pipes. I have a copy.
Are they
of
sitting on concrete or something of that order, or
the generator's on concrete.
No, no,
and
the
The
propane-
propanes are on gravel.
just sitting on gravel?
Yeah, they put gravel on,
And the connection from the propane
it's
tank?
underground.
Underground.
Did you talk to the engineer, the town engineer at all?
Yes,
Okay. Did you discuss the way you could deal with the coverage issue by putting in some kind of system for mitigation of the water?
we have a French drain. I don't get water anymore, so I don't understand what you're
But
saying.
so he is saying that there will be an increase in impervious coverage, which could make the problem worse.
But their pavers with sand, doesn't water go through sand? The sand
It does, but he is still saying that and the shed, in theory, is causing more impervious coverage, therefore it could be more of a problem. When he spoke to him, you didn't talk to him about that?
No.
Because in his report, he's saying, you know, something should be done to mitigate the increase.
How do I do that?
Well, you'd have a conversation with the engineer and discuss kind of what needs to be done, where he would be satisfied that it
And
would
if
not
I
be.
get rid of the shed?
Well, it's gonna decrease the, coverage. I don't have the math in front of me, but it will decrease it. John, is that
It doesn't
The
look like.
shed is enlarged. It just fits.
Did
my-
you met with the engineer?
Yes.
Okay.
Justin or
And
Jason
then,
or
and
something?
then, did he give you an idea of the report that he was gonna write?
No, in fact, he told us that we had agreed with me that I had to make the place safe for my husband. He mentioned nothing about any
Okay.
kind of changing
I
anything.
think you ought to meet with, it doesn't hurt to carry this, because you don't have to renotice and go back and talk to the engineer about the
You're gonna have
issue.
to wait longer?
Well, it doesn't affect you.
Yeah, it doesn't.
What do you mean it
Yeah.
doesn't
Do you,
affect me?
do you have a copy of the November 21st, 2025 memo from the engineer?
No. The only thing I have from the engineer is that we were in the process of doing this. Like I said, I didn't know I needed a permit. And I asked him if I could just finish just the walk, just so that when my husband got out of the car,
Right.
he didn't fall until it.
All
He
these
he
papers,
told me that, he wrote me an email telling me that I can make the thing safe for my husband. And that's all we did.
so what's showing on the sketch, all the pavers are in place now.
Yeah, because we were.
And everything else is in place.
No, it's not completely finished. He's gotta come back and straighten some out and put more sand in it to hold him down. He just did it, just that it was safe for my husband to walk on.
Oh, okay.
the problem is, he told you one thing, or he didn't tell you some of what he's
He
telling
didn't
us.
tell me anything about some
Right,
kind of
and he's
report.
issued a report that's setting off flags that make us concerned. So I think what Mr. Chadwick is saying is, get a meeting with him discuss it, that if he really thinks if you need to do something about the water, if he doesn't,
Can you tell me what would I have to do about
like a
it?
pit, sometimes they do a drainage pit that allows the water to grow into the ground at a pace that is environmentally sensitive.
I don't understand if we left it the same size as the driveway was covering where the bricks are
Mhm.
and everything. It's been there for 20 years.
And I agree with you. I hear where you're coming from.
You might want
Yeah,
to tell the engineer
Yeah.
about that,
Right.
and provide him with whatever documentation you have that shows that.
And also tell them about the choose sheds and the propane tank and the gates that you put up. Tell them all those things and the reason why you did that.
Yeah, the shed goes into the coverage as well, so that's
Yeah.
the water mitigation, the shed is part of that too.
It's on grass and it's underneath it, there's a platform that it's not sitting directly on.
And what you're telling us, I think you just have to tell
Yeah.
him, so that he
Yeah.
could then rewrite a letter to us
Right.
saying, what you did is not gonna really, increase,
Change
the
anything.
environment with the water.
Right.
He's sending us a different notice that he told you. So we have to act on what he wrote us, not what he told you. You understand where we're coming
We
from?
don't have
We-
to discuss the other things that I'm trying to legalize.
We have a letter from the engineering department dated November
21st.
21st
And I have a copy.
for you.
Is everything on that bill?
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
that she's asking for?
I believe so. It doesn't
Could you just check that to make sure everything is on there that you,
I don't know. I think we never get where they said they sent.
yeah.
The other issue in the report appears to be that some of the work was done in the right-of-way.
Yes, because when the curbs were put in, with the town dug up whatever my driveway we had at the time. They did a lousy job fixing it, and that cracked. So I had to have that fixed, so he just brought the pavers down as far as the street, as far as the curb. And it
Might
looks
wanna-
nice, but, like I said, that when they fixed it, they left it a bump that went out. In fact, the one driveway is still there. We had the other driveway coated so far a while ago, so you don't see it. But on the other one, you could see the tiny little lip. But the ends that meted the curb cracked and came up. And like I said, he's also a cancer patient, so with his cancer treatments and everything, he's out of it. And I gotta make my and also my husband and I might not look at the people say, we're in our 70s and everything. I plan to live in that house as long as we can. It has to be safe for us.
And he might have appropriately said, make it safe.
He did.
Right, I
He told me to
totally-
make it
and I
safe,
can
So
underst-
that's what I did. We finished the part where my husband would walk from the car to the
And he
house.
might have, and he was 100% right in telling you that. But when he writes us this, we really just have to go through the process and make sure everything
Well,
is,
he never
right.
mentioned anything
I'm
to
sorry
us
about that.
we would have to.
I think the suggestion of Mr. Chadwick, let's carry this case, you speak with the engineering department, and go over what the letter states, and
We
speak.
go to him first and then you
Yeah.
would give me a date to,
We'll give you a
No,
date
We'll give you a
tonight.
date.
We'll give you a date tonight.
Yeah.
You speak to the engineering department, and then you come back to us at the date that we will be giving you this evening,
but it's,
and without further notice.
right, but it's about the coverage issues,
Right.
right?
Okay,
And
but
what
what-
about the .6 with the curb cut?
I would suggest that you talk to him about
Everything.
the right-of-way issue as well. That's number 6 on the letter that I gave you.
I think that's just a driveway permit.
Probably, but
okay, now the driveway, see, I still have a problem with that because they're saying it's not legalized. They didn't have a copy of it, but they didn't have a copy of the permit I got after that either with the microfilm.
You
So
just-
maybe it did exist and it
No,
didn't.
just ask them for a driveway permit, it's there. and
Oh, no, I
then-
plan on getting a permit for all the work that was done. In fact, my contractor went to
You got
apply
it.
for it, and that's what we found that we had
And that's it.
Just explain to him the situation, and
Yeah.
we'll hear the rest. We just need to know about the impervious coverage is really, I think, the only thing holding us up. I
Nora,
don't
you
want to
have-
speak for anybody other than me, but
Nora, do you have a
It's true.
date to carry this, please?
April 8th.
April 8th, okay. Will I be notified or just show up?
you're being notified right now.
Just make sure you speak to him in advance of that and have everything
I'll
planned
go
out.
tomorrow.
And something in writing.
And
Yeah.
whatever you have that shows you were permitted, you asked for permits in the past, make sure you take it with you and show that.
Well,
you did.
I have no proof that it wasn't carried, that we have it. 20 years ago, when we had the permits for the house, I don't
So
have
that's
it
why
anymore.
you're going to be
And,
coming back to us.
okay, and like,
Okay.
I just want to let you know is that we tried to get hold of the original contractor. He was older than my husband and I. We're in our 70s.
Yeah.
I couldn't find him. He could be dead for all I know,
Yeah.
you know?
Just talk to the engineer, tell him about the two issues, tell him to write something about his response, so that when you come back, we have a letter, hopefully stating from him that it's not an issue and you don't need to do any mitigation for the water.
Okay, and the date again?
April 8th.
And you're gonna give the board time to make its decision until then, correct?
Okay, thank you very much.
Mrs. Picaro?
Yeah.
Do you happen to have a survey when you bought the house?
Yes, I have.
Okay,
it.
bring that with you to the engineering department.
I think I did the first time I talked to you.
Okay, well,
I
just
do have-
because that shows what was there 20 years ago.
Oh, everything except the driveway, the second floor, and we all got a variance in 2007.
All I'm saying is he's
for
gonna
the
write,
porch.
once he realizes, you know, what it looked like when you bought that, that may affect his decision.
Mhm. You know, and another thing, I don't understand why they're saying that I'm over the variance for the Velcro door over the stairwell. The stairwell was there, all the concrete. All
It's
we did is
everything
cover it.
together.
And again, that will
Explain
show on
all
your
of that.
survey.
You know, we didn't add any more concrete, we just put a cap on it.
Right, and again,
So
that will
the
show on your
water
survey.
doesn't go down
There's no
anymore.
drain at the
But
bottom
so-
of it, so when it snowed and it rained, the water seeped through the door and into our basement.
So the impervious coverage is not necessarily for your house, it's your neighbors. That's why we try to keep, they don't want you going over that amount you're allowed, because it's your neighbors, it's not you guys. Like, if you fix it for yourself, that's great, but your neighbors are the ones affected negatively by the more you cover
There's a lot of
is,
space between houses.
no, I'm just saying, that's what it's based on, whether it's right or
Oh,
wrong.
no, I
But
understand.
they're looking out for the neighborhood and around you, so.
You know, my main interest was that they don't have a copy of the permit for the driveway, and
That's why we're here to
I
legalize it.
couldn't understand why.
Go see him, it'll work out.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
thank you
Thank
for
you.
your time.
it'll be straightened out.
Thank you. Application 25:72, Kopek, 115 Lawrence Road, Block 268, Lot 1, Zone R4, a C variance to construct a pagoda with closing mechanical roof, patio with outdoor kitchen under pagoda, and rear landing and stairs contrary to section 430-35, columns 4 and 10. Beck?
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Identify. Say your name.
Thomas Wall, contractor.
Gotcha.
And Jason Kopek, K-O-P-E-C.
Great, have a seat. And what's your address, Mr. Kopek?
It's 115 Lawrence Road, Parsippany.
And you have a contractor with you?
Yes, Mr. Tom Wall.
Gotcha. So, do you have a copy of the November 24th, 2025 letter from the township engineer?
I do not.
Why don't you take a look?
That problem seems to be getting worse.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, yeah, this is news to me.
Yep, understood.
Yeah. Because when I did talk to him as we were going through the application process, and he said as long as we were not over the impervious coverage of 40%, there shouldn't be any issue. And so when I received the application file from the zoning department here, it was showing coverage of 26.7 there, and
Yeah, your building coverage is over.
yeah, that was, and then on what the town had calculated here, it showed 38.69% for lot coverage, which is under the 40%.
Yeah, but your building coverage is over though, you need two variances.
Yes, understood about the building coverage, and that's caused by the pergola.
Yeah,
Understood.
but if I understand it correctly, the setback variance is an existing condition. That's for the house?
Yeah, so when we constructed the house in 2008, we were before the board here for variances as well, because our property is a triangle lot. And so it's hard to fit a rectangle inside of, in a triangle. And so we end up, and because we're on Kingston is on the back side of our house, and Lawrence is our front yard, we have basically two front yard setbacks, which cause, difficulty whenever we're trying to do something, because of the 25-foot setback on the rear as well.
Well, I see where the 5.4 is the pergola
Yeah.
That's correct.
Kingston Road.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the issue, it's the pergola access to use.
Yeah, but we have an existing deck that is already there, an elevated deck that was part of the original plans that was approved by the board, of size of 15 by 20, or 20 by 25, or 15 by 25, sorry. And we are looking to propose removing that deck with a paver patio that would be 20 by 30. So that there's a slight increase on the setback by approximately 5 feet, but everything else is the same footprint of what exists.
I also want to make note as a contractor, we do have a stormwater management plan in place for the work that's taking place. All of the roof leaders on the house, as well as the pergola that's going to be getting installed, are all going to be ran underneath into a dry well system.
Did you
So I
submit?
want that to be,
That was not submitted because it was not,
It was not
it was not asked, and we were not aware of.
That's the
but there
issue.
is a
yeah.
stormwater mitigation.
I think you
plan.
need to go to the engineer and get that cleared up. Same,
Yeah.
similar situation we had just before.
Sure.
And as opposed to, question I have, is that patio that comes to the side of the proposed pergola, it's got a walkway around the house? and
Yep.
everything?
Mhm.
Is that all there?
Yes, that's existing.
So the photographs with the photo sims of the pergola constructed,
Mhm.
all the patio area is there?
No, so underneath the proposed pergola, right now there's,
Deck is coming out, it's getting a little.
right now, yeah, there's an existing deck, and so the
It's
deck,
getting a little bigger.
that's correct.
So that deck probably before the board discussed whether water would go through it, and you said yes, and now we've got a patio that looks to be,
Well, the existing patio, to my understanding, terms, and when I was talking with my surveyor, and the engineer, again, while we we're going through the process, was the deck is already included in impervious coverage. It's there's a slight additional.
you're right, it
five-
would have been,
That's
but
right.
from a practical standpoint, water went through it. The new patio doesn't look like it's gonna be pervious.
Yeah, I suppose.
What's the patio stone set in? What are they proposed to be set in? Just sand,
Well, sand, gravel and sand.
but not concrete?
Not
No
concrete, no.
But,
And underneath the deck now is gravel,
Mhm.
so it's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
so when,
Well,
Underneath
it's not quite the same,
deck
but
is
yes,
grass.
you're right. As long as that patio is not, grouted
And this,
in any way, then your argument is the same.
and the
But
pergola
I
is gonna
think,
have a
I think
gutter
as you
system.
said, you have a drainage plan all set up. Show it to the engineer, and I think we'll have. a
Yeah, and I will have to talk to the
totally
engineer,
diff-
because
totally different review.
yeah, I don't know that he's accurate when he says the impervious coverage is increasing by 668 square feet, because as I mentioned, the impervious coverage calculation that's already included includes the deck, because the way I understand it in talking with everyone is the impervious coverage from the deck is already included in the coverage numbers, and so therefore we're just replacing the same with the same. Even though it looks different, it's still, the deck is still considered impervious.
Didn't you say you had 5 foot?
Yeah, only 5 foot on the one side.
but the building coverage issue, is that also the impervious coverage is considered in that number?
No, that's a different calculation.
So my question is, he's
It's
saying,
not over by impervious, it's just
Right.
over by building.
but when the engineer says it is proposing to increase impervious coverage by 668 feet, but if he doesn't need a variance for it, why is it even being an issue for us?
And the other thing I want to mention is the pergola system that's going to be installed is going to have a gutter system on it, zero runoff.
Right.
Right.
There's less runoff with this plan.
Yeah, but this,
done
he's
than
not
what
over
we're
on
doing.
impervious.
I think the issue is this pergola has a, mechanical roof that closes.
That causes the issue on the building coverage, is my understanding. When I was talking to the zoning officer, it was because of the mechanical nature.
But when you close it, it has the gutter system around it.
Yeah, there's an
It'll
integrated
run
gutter
into-
system, so the
and it's
water
gonna-
runs into the gutter system that goes into
That's
the
going into
drains.
your drainage.
That's
I'm not
right.
sure we really have
I
to go
don't
back
think
to the
so.
engineer. He's bringing up point one,
Yeah,
right? 668 feet is increased impervious coverage. They're not here for a variance for that. So
That's right.
that comment is really null and void?
yeah, right, I agree. I agree.
And I'm confident as a contractor, local contractor from town, that the drainage on this property is gonna be better after this than before.
Just with that, with regards to that number 2 there, it's a dry well proposed, a test pit to determine soil conditions. I don't know if that's something, I've never seen.
I don't think we need to discuss it
Yeah.
because he's not asking for a variance
I
for that
agree.
reason.
Well, he's indicating that he's got it,
Right.
stormwater management system.
Right.
in
Yeah.
place.
Right.
So I think it's a,
I mean, you could,
Ah.
if you wanted
think
to
you-
approve the application,
What do you want to do?
with the condition that he satisfy the
I think that if they would agree to that, I think that's more
That
reasonable
would
instead of having to
be
come back.
reasonable. Then he doesn't have to worry
Correct.
about somebody arguing with him.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
So-
think you also want to have, when he goes for his building permit, that the drainage system reference is made a part of that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, we plan to include
Like-
that on the building permit application.
we have to explicitly explain what we discussed.
Okay.
Scott, you want to make the motion?
No, just one moment, please.
Yeah, just,
One moment.
do her business.
Yes,
Okay.
please. Is there anyone in the audience that has any objections to this application and the testimony that we've just heard? I see none. Anyone in favor of this application and the testimony that we've just heard? I see none. Would someone now like to make?
Sure. Application 25:72. Jason and Violetta Kopek, 115 Lawrence Road, Block 268, Lot 1, Zone R-4. Recommend granting a C variance to construct a pergola with closing mechanical roof, patio with outdoor kitchen under pergola, and rear landing and stairs contrary to section 430-35, columns 4 and 10, with agreeing
the
the
recommendations of the township.
water
engineer.
mitigations, with the
And
town
that
approval.
And that the
Drainage.
the stormwater management system will be approved prior to the issuance of the building.
Second,
What Mr. Johnson said.
yeah, second to first.
DeCruz,
Yes.
Jaskowitz.
Yes.
Mazzarella.
Yes.
Neglia,
Yes.
Ready,
Yes.
Grignani.
Yes. Application is approved. You will be receiving a letter from the township, and at that time, we could receive your building permit.
Very good. Thank you for your time.
Lots of work.
Thank you.
Application 25:32, T-Mobile, 1280 Route 46, Block 712, lots 43.1, Zone B2, a minor site plan with CD variance to construct a permanent wireless facility. This application was carried from October 29th, 2025.
Good evening, Chairwoman,
Good evening.
Madam Chair, ladies.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm gonna sit, if that's okay, so I'm closer to the mic.
April 8th.
Good evening, Madam Chair, ladies and gentlemen of the board. Jennifer Knack from Parsippany-Troy and D.R. Mineo on behalf of the applicant T-Mobile. It's been a while, so I'm gonna refresh the board's memory as to what the application is before I get into my witnesses. So T-Mobile filed an application to your board for site plan approval with associated use bulk variance relief and is proposing to deploy a permanent facility at Block 729, Lot 6.01, as shown on the township map, commonly known as 1280 US Route 46 East. This proposed facility is the replacement site for the wireless installation that was located at 1269 Route 46 East across the highway. T-Mobile is proposing to deploy a permanent wireless facility consisting of 9 panel antennas on the rooftop of the existing 3-story building with a center line of 36 feet, installation of a 14-foot by 7-foot equipment gated compound, to be located on the ground in the rear of the property, behind the building, which will also contain a total of 2 equipment cabinets with associated wireless equipment. When we appeared last before your board back on October 29, there was a recommendation made by the board to reduce the visibility of the antenna array sector in the rear of the building and to look into other viable alternatives for that location of that array sector. We have since done that, and my witnesses will testify to the only viable location option available in order to continue adequate wireless coverage in the area. To refresh the board's memory on the relief requested. Is it good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. I saw you shaking your head, so.
No, you just had a question.
No problem. Also, we're seeking site plan approval for the wireless rooftop installation in the B2 district where the property is located, where such facilities are not permitted. As such, we require a D variance. It is respectfully submitted that the location chosen for the rooftop wireless installation is still particularly suited along Route 46 highway, and that the height is required to provide reasonably comparable service in the vicinity. Additional variance relief required is minimum side yard setback where 24 feet is required, and the equipment compound is proposed at 5.2. We also require variance relief due to alteration of a non-conforming structure as a result of the existing height of the building. And lastly, we have proposed certain deviations from the Township Wireless Code, which my planner addressed during his testimony at the prior hearing. And without further ado, I can bring up my first witness.
Please.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
State your name, spell your last name,
Sure. Joshua Cottrell, Cottrell.
and have your credentials changed since the last time you were here?
They have not. Okay, so I'm just going to present this new exhibit. So we'll have to mark that.
I think the last one,
I got A10.
as do I.
You do? Okay, so A11.
A11.
Josh, is that today's date?
I'm marking this A11 with today's date, February 11, 2026. This is a alternate alpha sector location sketch, which basically is a plan of the rooftop. And it's got 2 locations of possible antennas for alpha sector. We have option A, which is on the northeastern corner of the building, closest to the highway. And then we have option B, which is more towards the west, but further away from the northwest corner.
Just remind the board where the proposed originally was located.
So our initial application had the alpha sector antennas at the northwest corner of the building. The residential area is northwest of that.
Right.
We then amended the location to be 10 feet back from the building. And we presented that at our second hearing, and there were still some concerns about its visibility relative to the residential area. So we went back, we spoke with the radio frequency engineers at T-Mobile, and we presented them with 2 options. Option A, like I said, is the antenna sector closest to Route 46.
So that's furthest away from the residential road.
That's furthest away from the residential area.
Right.
And then we presented them with option B, which is further away from the residential zone, but still towards the rear of the building. We eventually ruled out option B only because, if you remember last time, we talked about antenna shadowing, where the antennas would have to clear over 40 feet of the rooftop. So we would have to raise the antennas so high that the top of the antenna would be 19 feet above the roof at that location. So essentially, we would have to build a cell tower on the roof to accommodate a sector. So we ruled that out. We looked at option A here. This is a good option because we are closer to the edge of the roof, so we won't have to raise the antennas. We would be, top of the antenna would be 11 feet above the parapet height, and it would still get the coverage that T-Mobile needs.
I mean, you would eliminate the one towards the resident and put it up.
Correct, so we would,
Right.
So all three sectors are now in the front of the building.
Right, okay,
And we're calling the Route 46 frontage the front.
right.
Correct, yes.
Yep. And how about the reflectors on it? You know, you were gonna put the filming?
That's still not.
We agreed
Yeah,
to that.
you agreed to that, yeah.
What is it called? It's not a paint, right?
No, it's
Oh, I have my planner, he can describe it.
the reflectors.
Yeah.
Are there any questions
No.
of this gentleman? No. Please proceed.
Okay, my next is my planner, he's just gonna present the,
Excuse me.
Oh, you gotta
Any
open it up
questions
to the
from
public.
audience? This testimony just given? I see none.
Okay, all right. My planner's gonna address the visibility of the new location of the antennas.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
State your name, spell your last name.
And Prom, K-R-O-N-K.
And your credentials have not changed since the last time, correct?
Same as last year.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I will follow up on Josh's testimony regarding the proposed relocation of the Alpha sector to the front of the building, the Route 46 frontage. I have taken the same photo locations that I used to present last time and show you what the visibility would be vis-a-vis the proposed changes. Now,
So start with A12.
Yes.
A12, and I already have today's date on the board.
I'm gonna have a lot of exhibits at the end of this one.
Okay, so what I did here.
You need to grab the microphone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Exhibit A12 with today's date has two photographs on it. This is the same photo location that was presented last time as photo location number 1 at the intersection of Route 46 and Summit Street, looking towards the subject property. The photo on the left is the simulation that we presented last time with the film on the antennas. What I've done in photo 1C on the right-hand side is I have shown what would be visible from the same location with the one Alpha sector relocated to the front of the building. And as you'll see from this location, there is nothing visible in the rear of the building from this location under the new proposed option.
So if I remember this case right, you came in, you had maybe one objector at the time. I remember that I didn't even think it was that big a deal, but the board asked you to go back, do your best to make it work even better.
Correct.
This plan looks like you did a very good job, and that they really shouldn't be able to see it, and that you corrected any problem that could arise with people complaining about being seen. Correct?
Correct.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
I concur with your testimony.
let's go. We're done.
What's the next, H, what was it, 12?
A13.
A13, sorry.
Tim, you can be very quick.
Okay. Okay,
You have a view from those neighbors?
Yep.
sure, I can skip right to that if you want.
Sure, why don't we mark that one A13?
Okay, A13, that'll be the view from 182 Hawkins Avenue. That was number,
That's gonna be 813 now.
A13, yes. That is the photo location in front of the resident that was the objector. And on the left-hand side, we have photo 4B. I lost my flashlight. There it is. 4B, this is the photo simulation that was presented last time. That had the antenna with the reflective film from that location, which certainly was an improvement over the original. But now, if you look at 4C on the right-hand side, we have relocated the Alpha sector to the front of the building on the Route 46 frontage, and the antennas are no longer there. There's a small section of the railing which still needs to be at the top of the ladder, service ladder, but that's the only thing that's visible from that location.
Looks good.
Don't want to see any more?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm.
Are there any questions of the board of this testimony given this evening?
Madam Chair, I just have
Well,
some
I
general
think
comments.
you've helped us greatly.
I think your board engineer just had some
Just have
comments.
I'm sorry,
general-
Mr.
Just have
Lamont.
general comments before we wrap up.
Please.
My June letter of last year pointed out that we didn't have a signed and sealed survey. My October 6th letter said I got a survey, but it wasn't signed and sealed. I still don't have a survey. There was also discussion at the October 8th that we were going to get a calculation of the building height based upon the survey, which would have given us topography. Do we have any of that?
Could we let the engineer testify? Yes, he was the one that was subcontracting the surveyor.
Yeah, so we subcontracted with Morgan Surveying, who had prepared the original survey that we used for the site plan. They had gone out, they had prepared an updated survey, boundary survey. However, when they first went out, they failed to get the topography needed to calculate the building height. Sent them back out, they got topography, but not on all four sides. They only got it in the rear where the equipment was going, so they just went back out, I think, maybe end of last week, and they couldn't get the shots they needed because of the ice buildup around the building, so they still have to go back and get the shots on the three sides. So that is forthcoming. Hopefully, as soon as this ice melts, we can get that and get that submitted.
Will that impact your height variance?
It won't impact the antenna height above the roof level because, but will it impact, was there another variance?
It speaks to you can't modify a non-conforming building. We don't know if that building, or how much non-conforming that
Right.
building is without the building height.
So we amended our application to seek the variance for that.
Right.
Can we approve it without knowing the exact heights?
We could do it under the condition that they submit it and complies.
Correct.
Okay,
We can do it that way.
you go with that?
We know they don't.
We know they don't comply. We know
Yeah,
they-
we're seeking a variance for it,
They
yeah.
will, but they will.
We just don't know the exact
No, they won't.
dimension.
No, the building is.
The building,
No.
right now, as it exists, is non-conforming
Right.
as to height,
it's
so we're
Right.
seeking that variance anyway.
Okay.
It's just a matter of how,
We don't know
how,
exactly.
yeah.
We just don't know the exact.
So how do you write that in a resolution?
I can,
You could do it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. You're that good.
You're that good.
Wow.
Of course.
I have complete trust in Mr. Johnson.
We do too.
I mean, obviously, you're gonna provide a survey, you're gonna provide it to Mr.
Yes.
Manowitz.
And he's gotta review it
He's
for
gotta
resolution
review it.
compliance.
Yes.
Right, and the other thing is, we haven't received, I don't have any of this that I could comment on
Right.
as a plan. I haven't received a site plan since September of last
Yes.
year, so I really can't advise the board as far as what this is compared to my initial review as far as nonconformities and dimensions and all that stuff.
And now that we know the board likes this option, we will have the drawings revised and submitted to you for review.
Okay, well, if the board is okay with making a decision without getting that information, that's the board's purview.
With the
They waited
condition,
long enough.
we can put a condition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
We were planning on, we wanted to show this to you first,
Yeah.
rather than
Right.
revise the plan and then have to revise it
Benefit of-
again for a fourth time.
Benefit of doubt, not to postpone the case. It's a condition,
Yes, agreed.
right?
Yes.
We could close the public portion of the meeting. Approval, subject to final review by Mr. Lemanowitz. Is that what you'd like
Perfect.
to do?
Yep,
The practical thing is the holdup to the golf center is moving this antenna.
correct.
Yes.
And that isn't going to be able to be accomplished unless we have a vote tonight on approval, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So how quickly do you think you can get these materials back to,
What's up?
because we need to have them in order to put you on the agenda and approve it.
That's not what he just said.
Approve the resolution. We just need
The
to-
resolution.
The resolution.
Yeah, not for them to come back,
Right.
just to approve the final language in a resolution.
Right.
So, when's the next-
Josh?
So we could vote,
Yes.
approve, let's just
Yes.
say,
Yes,
and then the paperwork has to be done
Right.
without us.
right.
And we'll
Okay.
do so as expeditiously as possible.
Okay. Mr. Lemanowitz,
I have no further questions.
you agree with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any other questions from the board?
The ball's in your court.
Okay.
Yes.
I can do a quick summation unless
No.
okay. I take cues from the board.
Is there anyone in,
Easy job.
anyone in the,
Any questions for him
yes,
from the audience?
yes, are there any questions in the audience for the testimony that was just given? I see none.
Comments for or against?
Are there any comments for or against? I see that. Would someone like to, form a resolution?
Okay,
Please.
in the matter of T-Mobile, 1280 Route 46, Block 712, lots 43.1, Zone B2 minor site plan with CD variances to construct a permanent wireless facility. And Mr. Johnson, you want to take it from there?
Sure, well, I take it you're authorizing me to draft a resolution of approval, subject to the review by Mr. Lemanowitz, and subject to Mr. Lemanowitz's review of the additional items that he's going to receive.
Second, Jaskowitz.
DeCruz?
Yes, and I'd like to make a statement. I just want to thank T-Mobile. Your patience with all of this has been tremendous, and you did accommodate the residents, and you should be, we should say, good job for T-Mobile, but thank you very much. And I'm sorry it took so long.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Jaskowitz?
Yes.
Mazzarella?
Yes.
Neglia?
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Grignani?
Yes.
Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good
Lots of luck. Before we, Nora,
It doesn't look like our,
you guys can get to work
The
now.
golf ball's in your court.
That's right, you get to work.
it doesn't look like our,
Mr. Duval?
last case showed up.
Yeah, what do
we do
Yeah,
with
the-
25:10?
Well, you haven't heard, so you need a motion to dismiss
Yeah.
the application without prejudice.
Okay, I make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll drop the
Still got a question here.
Okay.
No question. No question, it's over already.
Is there any way that we can notify them to come back or no?
He's gonna have to file this
He has to
application
file
again.
all over again.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
Fired.
Too bad.
Five.
Motion to adjourn the meeting?
Second.
Moved.
Sandy, you want to take a chance?
Thank you.
Thank you.